Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 6 of season 6 of Legends of Tomorrow. Last week's episode I had a blast with. From the animation, from the magic, from the performances, and just the crew having a lot of fun. Really loved it. That whole animated sequence for the end just like blew my mind. I thought that was fun. I thought that was hilarious. And I love seeing Astra just dealing with normal life after being brought back to the mortal coil after being the ruler of hell for a while. Now she's dealing with not having her previous powers anymore, to the point where she kind of gets courted by this Faustian soul kind of locked away in John's mansion, who promises her powers in exchange for some leniency that kind of gets them out of hand, and runs amok with the whole thing. And the whole like animated sequence towards the end was just chef's kiss, man. So good. I had a blast with that episode. Downside of it is, of course, Constantine has been nerfed hard. It doesn't seem like he's completely powerless, just that he's reset back to level 1. He's just a level 1 mage again, so he's going to have to build up those magical muscles of his until he can finally one day maybe get back to his full power, which is a little sad, a little disappointing, but we'll see how that goes, how that affects the story moving forward. On the flip side of that, Sarah converses with Bishop to learn a little bit more about where she is, what his plans are as far as like saving humanity by splicing their DNA with various alien creatures. You know, he's the inventor of the Ava clones. He's just got a whole like workforce of Ava clones that are there. Sarah tries to convince one to help her, and it seems to work, but ends up just betraying her in the end just so they could find the location of her ship that crashed so they could get the DNA, because whether or not she ejected all those pods, apparently it kept a DNA record of all the inhabitants that they were transporting. And Sarah kills all those Ava clones, kills him, and then lo and behold, she gets darted by someone and wakes up back in his office with him yet again coming in. So lots of interesting ways this could go. I'm curious to see where we're going from this direction. I haven't watched the promo for this episode because I'm just like, it's whatever. I'll go ahead and we'll figure this out as we go along, but I've got a strong feeling that he's probably also cloned himself. But a guy who's cloning people, doing DNA work, and we see him die and then wake up, he's probably got a bunch of himselves ready to go if anything happens to him. Kind of like the Mauler twins in Invincible, kind of like transfer of consciousness or something along those lines. I don't know, maybe, or maybe it was just a dream and she was just drugged. Those are my thoughts for right now. So let's go ahead and get ready to pop into this thing. Guys, remember the full unedited reaction is over on Patreon, or if you become a member to the YouTube channel itself, gets you access to that as well as all the other DC shows we've been covering here on the channel. The stuff over at Marvel, over at Star Wars, all that stuff is there for you guys if you want to check that out. Helps support the channel. And yeah, that all being said, let's go ahead and dive into this week's episode. Here we go.
You're dead.
You're not the only one who's flirted with death.
How?
You'll never guess. In a billion years.
I like how he's just randomly... Oh, okay.
Okay, yes, you got it.
All right,
Just
well,
like
damn,
the
right out of the
No.
gate.
No, not like the Ava's different. There's only one of me. One at a time.
Wait.
You can recreate yourself, body and mind.
The mind is just impulses, synapses, and memory. No different from any computer. Look, science has evolved quite a bit beyond your comprehension.
I like the way this guy carries
You're like a
himself.
caveman to me. You will see it my way in time. And you've got nothing but time, because no one's coming to save you.
I wouldn't bet on that. What the fuck?
Drank all the booze.
Atmosphere's Earth-like. Bishop's terraforming the place. As long as you don't go past his electrostatic barrier, you'll be fine.
You seem scared.
I'm not scared. I'm smart. Let's go find my ship.
Then we find Sarah. Stop it! Where's Sarah?
I need backup.
Ava. Little help here!
Not scared. Smart.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna
Who the
steal
fuck?
that.
Gary, maybe, hopefully. I don't know who else would have taken it.
Thank you, Captain Sharp.
Oh god, that's fucking creepy. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Seems there was a massacre by a patient of the alien variety at Endless Meadows Asylum in 1956. When admitted to the hospital, the patient gave the name Sarah Lance.
I'm okay. Don't tell John.
We never meet the chill alien.
No. Okay, so we need to find out what it knows and why it's using Sarah's name.
We should probably also make sure this thing doesn't kill a bunch of people.
Oh, it's probably the Amelia Earhart alien.
Bring it back here.
Shifted to Sarah now, maybe?
Bringing a rampaging alien back to John's house, something we should run by him first?
No, definitely not.
Sometimes she goes by different names in the moment. Mary Pickford, Marion Davies. Her favorite, though, is Amelia Earhart.
Yes.
Okay, so she's not shape-shifting into Sarah. Just using the name. Okay.
What in the bloody blazes has happened now?
Is that Amelia Earhart? It's an alien shaped like Amelia Earhart that also uses the name Sarah Lance.
Look, I say we go right in there and talk to it.
Nice.
That's great, Spooner. You're working on yourself. I am impressed.
Yeah. And why just splat them when you can find out their deepest fears and exploit them?
That was dark. B, why don't you and Spooner go and play a little bad cop, Behrad cop, and see if we get this Amelia talking?
He's not even good cop, he's just Behrad. Oh, okay. Oh my god, that was weird.
I discovered where the fuel cells are kept. We can fly Gila ship out of here.
Gary, get back in that toilet and get the fuel cell to the ship. I'll find my own way out.
Happy trails.
Wish I had an answer for you. Last thing I remember, I was soaring over the Pacific. Me and my
Caffeine?
navigator Fred almost done our flight around the
That's a lot of caffeine.
All right, there are the cells. Now all I need is a distraction. Intruder by the cells! Hey, stay where you are.
Hey, you're the freak that ate D Squad.
No.
Hey, man, what you doing out there? Wanna come chat if you dare?
I love it.
I want to be a part of it. So I'm hoping that we could just put the past behind us. I can forget about the fact that you imprisoned me if you forget about me snapping your neck. Bygones?
Bygones. Oh, I couldn't have said it better myself. I love this new turn of events.
I love it too.
He's not even at all suspicious.
It might be kind of hard to get dressed with these.
Yeah, of course. Oh.
Oh, you.
Me and my navigator.
He's so stupid, man. He's dumb.
Where the hell is Sarah?
Nova troops from Sector 12 have apprehended an intruder. His name's Mick Rory. He seems to know Sarah Lance. Apparently he's very belligerent and maybe intoxicated.
We're gonna have to take down the barrier.
The troopers are still out in the field. They've already apprehended the intruders.
I'm not risking it. Don't worry.
Oh, she doesn't want to kill them.
We'll survive. Or, you know, be replaced. Lower.
Sarah kind of got through to her.
Barrier. Good girl.
No offense, Astra, but if this can go badly, I'd rather the expert do it, John.
Nope, no danger.
They don't
What
know
else is Astra gonna learn anyway?
about his powers.
Tortured mind, with secrets hidden. Show me that which is forbidden. Feels like a real Amelia Earhart memory. She's setting off on a journey around the world.
I'm confused. It's an alien, ain't it?
Maybe it's a parasite.
She's on an operating table against her will.
She's been hybridized by what's his face, by Bishop. Aww. Jesus. It's turning into Pumpkinhead. Suckers! Suckers! Is it Gary? Saving them?
You're that thing that ate D-Squad. Let's get him. Stop! He's a hero. He saved my life.
Never would have knowingly eaten an Ava. You're the most remarkable woman I've ever met. The Ava I know, she's a great leader.
Ava's lead? No, Ava's serve.
You don't have to. I served her.
She must be a great leader to have a great servant like you.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm the best assistant, but, yeah.
John owed me, and I was tired of playing second fiddle, so I took the lead.
Right.
So everything is...
She's covering for him. I mean, they should know. It could get them in, like, trouble.
Why?
It's heavy. Bad.
Ah, damn.
I'm so glad we can finally get together like this.
Yeah, me too. That's some storm.
Oh, well, your friend Rory arrived. I had to drop the artificial atmosphere, killing every humanoid creature outside of this compound.
Why would you even tell her?
Fresh start.
I meant, let's get to know each other, not let's kill each other's friends.
Oh.
Is that another one or what?
Except I wasn't born yesterday, you know. Well, actually, technically, I was born yesterday. You get my meaning.
I guess that's what Amelia Earhart was like infused with.
No, I've always said I'm not scared. I'm smart. I was definitely scared back there. Maybe now we should do something not smart.
Oh my god.
Welcome, Spooner.
Oh geez, that thing's fast. God damn, they're quick.
Every scar on my body is a memory, a lesson that I learned in blood.
But Sarah, I don't see any scars on you.
No.
Oh, there are those scars on the dead body of the real Sarah Lance.
Nope. 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 I don't believe you. I don't. Nope. It's not true. Didn't happen. Not real. Nope. 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 She can't die. Like, that's kind of like her thing. She's like immune to death. There's a trick here. There's a trick happening here. I just don't know what it is. Let's see. Spooner's powers keep growing to the point she can now speak alien, hear aliens, and who knows, maybe the next step is she can transform. Is she going to be like Ben 10? She learns aliens and becomes one. For a second, I was thinking, like, while it's progressing, like maybe she's been spliced early on, and that is just kind of coming out with these contacting aliens. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. I hope it's just her power and nothing more than that. But damn, that was a good episode. I really enjoyed that one, man. Gary ended up all over the place. I loved him, like, interacting with the Ava clones that are now kind of turning on Bishop. And I like that whole progression there when, like, Bishop orders the one Ava that Sarah had talked to before to drop the barrier on the other Avas. And now she's like, I don't wanna. Me happy. Me like my Ava sisters. And then, I don't know. I just like that whole bit. Like, something about Sarah, even though it wasn't enough to keep her from betraying Sarah, it was enough to have her, like, kind of, like, question Bishop's authority a little bit more when she actually is confronted with her own disposability of herself and her fellow clones. I like that whole aspect. Sarah, maybe the reason he wasn't, like, all that concerned about Sarah betraying him or turning on him that quickly was because he already knew that he had kind of cloned her, or maybe that this deception. Because okay, so I'm thinking the body she just found was a clone of her. Maybe he, while she was asleep, cured her of her wounds. Maybe did some advanced, like, future magic medicine stuff to, like, get her scars to heal and make her think that she is the clone, while also using his cloning abilities to clone this body as this false narrative to convince her that she's the fake one and that the real one's dead, and then she'll despair and then go along with his plans. Guy, this adept at cloning could do both of these things, I'm willing to bet. Or at least I'm hoping that's the case. The whole thing with Mick and Kayla, like, it was very fitting that they would both kind of, honestly, Mick didn't, but she would just try to betray Mick in this whole exchange, this whole ordeal, and then it just ended up biting her in the ass. Even when she kind of set the alarm off on Gary and got the troops to go after him while she took the fuel core. Everything kind of backfired when all of that just alerted them to what's going on and got pretty much caused the barrier to get dropped. Had that not happened, I think Sarah and all that shit with the barrier would have been avoided. The Amelia Earhart thing was interesting, like the whole reveal with them going through capturing her, going through the mindscape, with Astra learning magic, John. I don't know, like, I hope he's not completely powerless, because that's not quite what they said last episode, but it made it seem like he can't do magic at all right now. Not just a level 1, but like it made it seem like he was powerless. I hope that's not the case. I hope this was just a weird reading of how they were playing this whole episode. The good cop, bad cop with Spooner and Bayrod was a lot of fun. John and Astra, I'm really liking their back and forth, their dynamic, their like student mentor kind of roles that they've kind of leaned into now with her trying to learn like living magic. Is there anything really to miss here? And then Mick and fucking Kayla running from these creatures. I'm assuming these are the creatures that were spliced with Amelia Earhart because it very much looks similar. Those things are fucking fast too. When they was hopping around the Wave Rider, that thing was moving. But when they were trapped in the ship and they were like, oh, well, we need to breathe. So they locked themselves in that containment unit that they were using to transport all the bodies and stuff, all the specimens before, so they could breathe. And then it was like, let's do it. Let's bang. And then they're just like, oh, they just go for it. That was hilarious. That's some good stuff, man. I like Mick and like his connection that he's got with Sarah. Like when he opens up, he's like, humans suck. I don't give a shit about humans, but Sarah's different. Like she wouldn't betray any of us or whatever. Like I really like that whole little moment, like when he's connecting with Kayla about how vile humans can be towards one another, but that Sarah's like this special case, then he actually cares about Sarah. And then the Ava clones all like fawning over Gary was kind of funny and a little weird, and how the one that he saved like vouched for him despite the fact that he had murdered an entire squadron of these things and eaten them. Given at the time he didn't know that they were Ava clones, but yeah, that's there's a lot of elements of this episode that was really funny, and I just enjoyed every second of this episode, to be honest. There wasn't really a rocky moment, other than I think John really does need to come clean with the crew. Astra covering for him, I think, like helps with their relationship, and I think that helps with their bond and how they've kind of been there for each other for a long time, even though they've had this rift since her soul was in hell for all this time. I like to see that strengthening again, but on the flip side of that, it comes back to like those tropes like with zombie bites or people getting poisoned or whatever, where they don't want to tell the team they're infected or whatever. And it's just like, well, they're still going to put you in a dangerous situation where if you can't cop up or if you can't own up to what you need to be doing in those moments, you're getting everybody in danger. So if John gets himself put in a situation where he needs to be using magic, but they don't know that he can't, and they put him in there and then he fails, that endangers everybody. He should just come clean. I don't care. I don't like that whole like secret crap narrative thing, but it's whatever. We'll just see how that whole thing plays out over the next couple of episodes. But I really like this episode. It was a lot of fun. What did you guys think? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Remember, guys, full-length unedited reaction watch-alongs available over on Patreon, or if you become a member on the channel here. Huge shout out to our channel legends, Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, and Jason Coleman. Thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you everybody who's been joining the Discord. Remember, links to that and all my socials are in the description of this video. And I will catch you guys in the next episode of Legends of Tomorrow. Take care, everybody.